So we reviewed how the customer form can be used to create new customers and to modify the information for existing customers. We move on to the table view, the customer tabular view, and demonstrate how it can be used to access your customer information. So use the form, the customer form, to create customers and modify their information, and use the table to read the information and to understand what's going on in your business. Also, please consult the videos that give an overview of how the tabular views operate. They demonstrate how to do filtering, searching, sorting, configuring of the rows and columns, accessing help, printing, all the general things about the tabular view. The customer tabular view does support a number of unique features specific to customers. Examples include a configurable date column and a configurable amount column. So the date column can represent any of several different dates. So a customer can have a customer start date, the date of the last job, the last quote, last phone call, and several other choices. Right now we've selected the date of the last job, so all the dates in the column, in the date column, represent the last time a job was done for each customer. In the amount column, using this trio of buttons in the center top here, represents either the revenue that the customer has produced for you, or the amount that they owe, or the amount that they've already paid. Also, the customer tabular view is partitioned into essentially two pages. We're looking at the main page right now. If we click this button here that says Show Notes, Logs, and Action Items, we flip to page 2, and this is focused more on showing the details of action items, logs, and notes. So use this button to go back and forth between the normal view and that view. And if while operating the customer tabular view you have any questions about how to do things, just look for a question mark. Click on it. A frequently asked questions tool pops up. Just locate a question that's closest to the problem that you're trying to solve. Click on it, and you get a brief explanation for how to go about doing it. To get more information about the jobs, invoices, or quotes that you have done for your customers, consult the job, invoice, quote columns, and you see for each customer the number of jobs, invoices, and quotes are tabulated for you. To go to these jobs, just click on the badge, and it brings you to a table with only those jobs for the customer that you clicked on. Similarly, you can do the same thing for invoices. In this case, this customer has 6 invoices that we've done, and it brings you to the invoice status table. Same for quotes. We have to go down here to find a quote. We have one that we've done for customer number 8. Click on this, and it brings you to that quote. And it's very easy to add a job or a quote. Just click on the Add button. The new job form pops up. You fill in the relevant information, click Save, and you have a new job. So I can filter the customer view table to create lists. I can create an email list, a text list, a mapping list, labeling list, any kind of list really. So let's see an example. So let's send an email to all the customers that we did work for in a 1-week period. All right, so I'm going to enter a weekly period. So the beginning of the week, the top of the date column, and the end of the week. So this reduces the table to 7 customers that we did work for during that week. I go to the Tools pull-down menu in the upper right, select Create Email List. So now we have a list of these 7 customers. We can remove customers from this list if we want. Then we go on to prepare the email. Email Composer pops up. All of these customers are in the To list, and we can select a email to send to them, or we could craft an email, from scratch and then send. We could have instead sent a text to the same list. All right, suppose we want to create an address list for a large group of customers. Perhaps you want to send postcards to these customers. So to do that, first let's create a list. We'll remove the filtering that we've already done. Let's say we want all of our residential customers. So we filter the table to residential customers. We have 17. And to create the address list, we just go to the Tools pull-down menu and select Export to Label CSV. And it will create a CSV file in a format that's suitable for uploading to third-party companies that create postcards and labeling lists and so forth. Okay, one more example. Let's find the location of our best customers. Remove the filter that we applied earlier, and let's assume our best customers are those that pay us the most money. We'll sort on the amount column, so we see who our best customers are, and let's look at the top, say, 8 of these. So we'll filter based on all customers that have paid more than $9,000. So we see that there's 8 of them, and to see where they're located, we go to the Tools drop-down and choose Show Locations. So now we see those towns where our best customers are located. Okay, good. So let me clear the filter, remove the sort. Okay, one last thing in the table. Let's see if there's any duplicates in our database here. We have a lot of customers and we want to make sure that we haven't duplicated any information. To do that, we go to the pull-down menu, the Tools pull-down, select Find Duplicates, and it immediately identifies any duplicate information. And what it shows is customers 4 and 26 have duplicate phone numbers. So that's probably an error in your database that you want to check out and correct.